There's a wall at the end of everything. A barrier so absolute that even light itself cannot pass through it. And right now, at this very moment, that wall is racing away from us at impossible speeds. This is the edge of the universe. But here's the thing that keeps physicists awake at night. What's on the other side? Welcome to a journey that will break your brain, because we're about to ask a question that shouldn't even be possible. What exists beyond the edge of existence itself? Right now, you're standing on a planet that's hurtling through space at 67,000 miles per hour. But you can't feel it. And somewhere out there, impossibly far away, there's a boundary, a cosmic finish line, where everything we know, everything we can ever know, simply ends. The edge of the observable universe sits 46.5 billion light years away, in every direction. That's not a typo. Even though the universe is only 13.8 billion years old, the edge is much, much farther. Why? Because space itself has been stretching, expanding, pulling that boundary away from us faster than light can travel. But here's where it gets wild. That edge, it's not a wall, it's not a force field, it's something far stranger. It's the limit of information itself. Beyond that boundary, light hasn't had enough time to reach us, which means anything out there, no matter how bright, no matter how massive, is completely invisible. It might as well not exist. So what's actually out there? Is there more universe? Is there nothing? Is there something so bizarre that our physics can't even describe it? Scientists have proposed ideas that sound like science fiction. Infinite copies of you. Universes inside universes. Realities where the laws of physics are written in completely different languages. And the most unsettling possibility of all, that asking, what's beyond the edge, is like asking, what's north of the North Pole? A question that seems to make sense, but actually doesn't. Let's find out what lies beyond the impossible. First, we need to understand what we're actually talking about when we say the edge of the universe, because there isn't just one edge. There are multiple cosmic boundaries, each one stranger than the last. The first edge is the particle horizon. This is the farthest distance from which light could have possibly reached us since the Big Bang. It's like a sphere of visibility surrounding Earth. Everything inside that sphere, we can see it, at least in theory. Everything outside might as well be in another dimension. But here's the twist. This boundary is growing. Every second, light from more distant regions finally completes its ancient journey to our telescopes. We're constantly seeing deeper into space, which means seeing further back in time. When we look at a galaxy 13 billion light years away, we're seeing it as it was 13 billion years ago. We're literally looking into the past. Then there's the event horizon. This is different. This is the boundary of everything we could ever possibly interact with, even if we waited forever. Because of cosmic expansion, galaxies beyond this limit are racing away so fast that no signal we send will ever catch up to them. We could launch a message today at the speed of light, and it would chase that galaxy for eternity, never closing the gap. Think about that. There are galaxies right now shining brightly that we can see, but we can never reach them. We can never communicate with them. They exist in our universe, but they're already gone, lost to expansion. And then there's the Hubble horizon. Beyond this boundary, space itself is expanding faster than light. Not because anything is actually moving faster than light, that's still impossible, but because the space between objects is stretching, It's like running on a treadmill that keeps speeding up. Eventually, no matter how fast you run, you're moving backwards. So which edge are we talking about? All of them. Because each one reveals something different about what beyond might mean. Some scientists think there's just more universe out there. Same galaxies, same stars, same physics. It just keeps going. Forever. An infinite cosmic ocean with no shore. Others think the universe has a shape. Maybe it curves back on itself like the surface of a sphere. Travel far enough in one direction, and you'd eventually loop back to where you started. In this model, there is no edge. There's no beyond. The universe is finite, but boundless, like the surface of Earth. You can travel anywhere, but you'll never fall off. But the most radical idea? That the universe we see is just one bubble in an infinite foam of universes. Each bubble with its own physics, its own dimensions, its own rules. Some bubbles might have 3 dimensions of space like ours. Others might have 7 or 20. Some might have gravity. Others might have forces we can't even imagine. In this multiverse model, our cosmic edge isn't the end of everything. It's just the edge of our local reality. And beyond it, an infinite sea of other realities, each one utterly alien.
Here's the most frustrating part of this mystery. We might never know the answer. Not because we're not smart enough, but because the universe itself won't let us look. The speed of light isn't just a speed limit, it's an information barrier. Nothing can carry information faster than light. Not particles, not waves, not signals. Which means anything beyond our cosmic horizon is fundamentally unknowable. It's not hidden, it's not obscured, it's beyond the reach of physics itself. But scientists are clever. They've found ways to peek behind the curtain. One method uses cosmic microwave background radiation. This is the afterglow of the Big Bang, the oldest light in the universe. By studying tiny temperature variations in this ancient light, scientists can learn about the overall shape and structure of the universe. And here's what they found. The universe appears to be flat. What does flat mean? Imagine drawing a triangle on a piece of paper. The angles add up to 180 degrees. That's flat geometry. Now draw a triangle on a basketball. The angles add up to more than 180 degrees. That's curved geometry. Our universe? The angles add up to exactly 180 degrees as far as we can measure. This flatness suggests something incredible. If the universe is truly flat, it's probably infinite. There's no edge, no boundary, just more universe forever. Which means asking what's beyond the edge of the universe is meaningless. There is no edge to go beyond. But there's a catch. We can only measure flatness within our observable universe. Maybe the universe curves, but on such a massive scale that we can't detect it, like an ant trying to measure the curvature of Earth. From its perspective, everything looks flat. So, we're stuck. The very tools we use to explore the universe can't reach beyond a certain point. It's like being trapped in a room with frosted windows. You know there's something outside, but you can't see what. Unless we get creative. Some researchers propose using gravitational waves. These are ripples in space-time itself, created by colliding black holes and neutron stars. Unlike light, gravitational waves can travel through anything. They're not blocked by matter or energy. If there's something beyond our cosmic horizon creating powerful enough gravitational events, maybe we could detect their echoes. Others suggest looking for patterns in the cosmic microwave background that could only be explained by collisions with other universes. If our bubble universe bumped into another bubble billions of years ago, it might have left a mark, a bruise in the fabric of reality that we could still see today. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Even if we detect these signals, we might not be able to interpret them. It's like trying to understand a language when you don't even know what language is. The physics beyond our universe might be so different that our mathematics can't describe it. Imagine trying to explain color to someone who's never had eyes. That's the challenge we face when looking beyond the edge. Let's talk about what this all means. Because the question, what's beyond the edge of the universe, isn't just a scientific question, it's a philosophical one. If the universe is infinite, then anything that can happen will happen. Somewhere out there, far beyond our cosmic horizon, there could be an exact copy of you reading this exact script. In fact, if infinity is real, there must be infinite copies of you. Some making slightly different choices, some living completely different lives. This is called the infinite repetition problem. In an infinite universe with finite arrangements of matter, everything must repeat. Your life, your memories, your thoughts, all of it is playing out an infinite number of times across the cosmos. Does that thought comfort you? Or terrify you? But maybe the universe isn't infinite. Maybe it's finite and curved. In that case, the edge isn't a place. It's a direction that loops back on itself. Travel far enough and you'd see the back of your own head. Light from Earth, after circling the entire universe, would arrive back at Earth billions of years later. In this model, the universe is everything. There is no beyond. The question itself is meaningless. Or maybe we're inside something else entirely. Some theories suggest our universe could be a simulation running on computers we can't even imagine, or a hologram projected from a lower dimensional surface, or a bubble nucleating in a larger structure we have no name for. Each possibility is wilder than the last, and each one suggests that what we think of as the edge might just be a limitation of our perspective. Here's what we know for certain. The observable universe is real. It's 93 billion light years across, it contains at least 2 trillion galaxies, and it's expanding, pulling itself apart, racing towards futures we can barely imagine. Beyond that? Beyond the edge, where light cannot reach and time cannot tell? We don't know. We might never know. But that's not a failure. It's an opportunity. Because the edge of the universe isn't just a physical boundary. It's the edge of knowledge itself. The frontier where science meets imagination. Where mathematics meets mystery. Some scientists think we'll eventually find a way to detect what lies beyond. Others think the question will forever remain unanswered. A permanent mystery built into the architecture of existence. But here's the beautiful part. Even asking the question expands our understanding. Every theory we propose, every measurement we take, every thought experiment we conduct, it all pushes the boundaries of what's possible. The edge of the universe isn't just out there in space. It's inside our minds. The limit of what we can conceive, what we can imagine, what we can prove. And that edge? That one we can push. That one we can cross. So what is beyond the edge of the universe? Maybe nothing. Maybe everything. Maybe something so strange that the question itself transforms when we finally learn the answer. But the journey to find out, that's what makes us human. That restless curiosity, that need to know, that refusal to accept limits. The universe has an edge, but our capacity for wonder, that might truly be infinite. And maybe that's the real answer. Not what's beyond the edge, but what's possible when we dare to look